Okay, so let's move to another. Let's go with the, let's talk about the prism. So on a prism, talked about those a little bit a while ago. Thing about the prism is, yeah, you've got triangular prisms. Front and, the top and the bottom are triangles. But that's not the only thing. You can have hexagon, top and bottom prisms, decagon, top and bottom for your prisms. I'm not going to try to draw those, but you can have trapezoidal. That's one I kind of more like to draw here. Top and bottom are trapezoids. Okay, so all sorts and shapes of sizes of prisms. Did a real good job on that one, but let's see. All right, something like that. Okay, so yeah, here's what we know or what we can think about on the volume. Well, one thing you can say, though, is like this prism, I've taken a triangle and moved through a height of h and kind of developed the prism there. So again, we're going to need the height. Same thing down here on this trapezoid. I've taken a trapezoid and moved it through a height of h. So another way of thinking, constructing it there. But what does that mean as far as volume? Well, what I need to do then for the volume is take the area of this, whatever this is, triangle or this trapezoid, and multiply it by the height. So area of the top or base, either one. Well, what goes there? Here's the thing. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height of the triangle. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 big B plus little b times h. This part right here is not locked in to be the same thing each and every time. So here's what we have to do. We're going to put a big B times h for the volume of a prism. Big B times h, where big B is the area of the base. Okay? Understanding that big B, the formula for it, how we're going to calculate it, depends on the size of what shape the base top is. For example, let's say I've got a prism like the one over there. And it's going to be height-wise, let's just say it's 10 inches high. Okay? Now let me put that, turn that triangle over. We can see it kind of from the top. All right, so this one is, just kind of make it like that. All right, so top view, let's look at it, is a triangle, like we said. And the triangle, let's say, well, this is, that's going to be 4 inches there, and then this is going to be 6 inches here. Okay? So that's my triangle. Measurements on it. All right, so the volume of that. Well, the volume is going to be big B times h, because it's a prism. When you do the volume of a prism, though, you start out by doing your big B. You need to come up with the area of the base. All right, so let's do that over here to this side. Big B in this case is, we're talking the area of the base, which, you know, is the triangle shape there. Okay, so in this case, big B is the area of the triangle. What formula do we use for area of triangles? 1/2 base times height. So in this case, the formula for big B is 1/2 base times height. Well, we look at our triangle there. The base, I drew it out. The base is 4, so that's B. The height is 6, so it'd be 1/2 times 4 times 6. It's 1/2 of 24, so that'd be 12. Big B is 12. So that's the number I put in for big B. So the volume of this prism is going to be the 12 times, now we're back to the volume formula for the prism. That height is the height of the prism. The prism height is 10. So I'm going to multiply 12 by 10, which is 120. So the volume of this prism is 120 cubic inches. All right, let me do another one just to show you how things change up a little bit, the different shape. All right, so let's do our trapezoidal prism again. Okay, so yeah, the top and bottom are trapezoids. Base of the trapezoid, the top's the trapezoid. Okay, and here's the height. Oh, let's say that one's 21 centimeters height-wise. Okay. Now let's do the same thing here. Let's get the top view. The top view, if I just looked at the top of that, it is a trapezoid. And let's say the trapezoid, oh, this length here is 9 centimeters. That length there is 12 centimeters. And then across there, that is 7 centimeters. All right. What's the volume of that? Well, the volume is a prism, volume of a prism, so we are talking big B times H. But again, when you're doing volume for a prism, you need to start, first of all, with big B, which is the area of the base. In this case, though, I'm going to leave that one up there just for comparison here. Big B, we're talking area of what? Well, the base, the top and the base are congruent, the same size, so we're talking the base is a trapezoid. So big B is going to be calculated by area of a trapezoid. What is the formula for area of a trapezoid? Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 big B plus little b times H. That's our formula. So in this case, what we get for this is, what do we mean by those? Well, for this formula, the big B, that's the longer side parallel, 12. Little b is the shorter parallel side, 9. And then height, the height of the trapezoid, that's 7. So it's 1/2 times 12 plus 9 plus times 7, which is 1/2 times 21 times 7, which is 1/2 21 times 7. I get 73.5. Okay, that's my big B for my prism volume. That's what goes in right here. Big B is 73.5. Now, the height, again, we're talking height of the prism, 21. 21 from the picture there. All right, so multiply the 73.5 times 21. It's 1543.5. And that would be centimeter cubed. Okay, so recapping here just a little bit, notice in both cases, calculated B, but in both cases we were talking two different formulas, and that was because, for big B, that was because the one was a trapezoid, the other was a triangle. Whatever shape it is, on top and bottom, that's going to determine what big B's formula is. It'll change depending on those things. All right? Now, next, let's go to the pyramid. Well, similar things can happen on the pyramid. You can have a triangular-based pyramid. Base is a triangle. But you can have also a square base, a rectangular base, or any other polygon base. Try to draw that. Maybe not my best rendition, but yeah. Triangular base, rectangular base, square base. You can have a lot of different bases for your pyramid, different shape for that. Okay, so we run into the same difficulty with the pyramid as we do with the prism for the volume. You can't really write one down specifically, but let me mention this. All right, so let's say I had, let's say like I did with the cylinder there and the cone, let's say I had a triangular base pyramid, and then I had the same size, same base, and everything was the same about it, except it was a prism. Something like that. Okay? So these are supposed to be the same size. So I've got the same triangular base here and here, same height here and here. How many of those pyramids do you think it would take to fill the prism? Well, it's a lot like the cylinder and the cone. It takes 3 cones to fill the cylinder. It takes 3 pyramids to fill the prism. Yeah. Turns out the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 big B times H, where B again is area of the base. Yeah. The prism's B times H. Pyramid is 1/3 B times H. So we're going to do the same thing for the pyramid, except multiply it by 1/3 in front of it there. Okay? All right. Well, let me do a quick example here of a pyramid. Let's just do ourselves a big pyramid here with a square base. All right. So let's say I've got square base. So I've got same there. Everything around there is the same. Okay. All right, square base. Height-wise, let's make it pretty tall. Let's make it 50 feet tall. Along the sides, let's say it's 25 feet. Each side is 25 feet. All the way around, okay? 25 feet here, there, over there, back there. Okay. Okay, so what is the volume of this pyramid? Well, it's 1/3 big B times H. So just like on the prisms, the first step in calculating the volume of a pyramid is to calculate big B, the area of the base. In this case, big B, we're talking a square. Big B is a square, so I need to do the area of a square for big B. All right? What is the area of a square? Area of a square is S squared. Okay? So the formula on this case for big B is S squared. Side length, well, in this case, the side length, I've got 25, so I'm going to do 25 squared. 25 squared is 625, I do believe. With me on that? Okay. That's my big B. So I'm going to plug in 625 for big B. Now multiply it by the height. Talking the height of the pyramid. Height of the pyramid is 50 feet. So I do 1/3 times 625 times 50. And I got it. 10, volume is 10,416.6, and let's round it to 7.67. And the units, what would be the units? Well, it's cubic units, so we've got feet cubed for the units. All right? Okay. So that's the volume of our pyramid. And just like with the prism, you know, big B could be area of a triangle, could be area of a trapezoid, whatever the shape is, and that'll accordingly change your formula for big B. Okay?